Hi there, everyone. This is Tracy Malone from narcissistabusesupport.com. Today, I'm going to be talking to the estranged parents in the room because I get this question a lot too. Can estrangement last forever? Is it a question or is it their fear? I'm pretty sure it's their fear digging for answers, looking and sometimes trying to manage their own expectations. But when we manage our expectations going, it will last forever, then we lose all hope, right? It's a dangerous game to go into the will it last forever? When will this end? These are things you can't control. What you can control is what you do and how you move on and how you don't make mistakes. I think I find that to be the biggest problem is parents' sadness or anger or desperation slip in and they muddle the water. And it's not that you're doing it wrong. Your heart is broken and you're trying to figure this out. But at the same time, the narcissist uses your words as a weapon and your vulnerability as control. They twist everything. You already know that if you're watching this video. So, your fears about it lasting forever, if it gets out to them, or you're just like, when will this end? When will this end? Then you're going to be showing them that they are controlling you, that they got you where they want you, and they are going to continue this estrangement because it's working, right? They have control and you're in pain. That's what the narcissist is looking for. Um, if we look back to that question of can estrangement last forever? Yes, of course it can. There are plenty of people who have been estranged from their families without a narcissist in their life forever. But um, there was a Harvard study. It was like Cornell and Harvard, and there was 27% of adults report being estranged from at least one family member, right? Again, we're talking epidemic. Do you realize that an epidemic is 15% of the population? So to have 27% is the latest number of being reported estranged from a family member, this is huge, right? And many of them have been estranged for at least 1 year, and sometimes, 3, 4 years is not that uncommon. I don't want to have you lose hope because I've seen a lot of parents be able to, row their way back into a place where they are accepting some of the crazy and placating to do everything they can to keep their child in their life. That's what the narcissist wants. Um, they want to have control over you, to have control over your emotions, right? And so you just have to realize that this is getting big. And if you're in it, there's lots of information out there. But let's see, what we need to understand is the traps to avoid to maybe make it not last for longer than it has to, right? Over time, both sides often like dig into stories. You betrayed me. You're toxic. How could you treat me this way? I can't trust you. It goes back and forth and back and forth. And, the fear that parents can have of repeating the same mistakes, right? They're not really mistakes. They're false allegations. There's triangulation, invalidation, attacks, and, all of these things. But you have to play the cards right, if that makes sense, because every situation is different. So I'm not going to go do this every single time. It'll work. It all depends on have you been given boundaries, no contact me, don't touch me, don't call me, don't nothing. That's a different game, right? Then we don't have the openings that some of the other parents might have to be able to reconnect and address some of these things. The frustrating part for most parents is they want to tell their child and the narcissist, this is not okay, and we're not tolerating this. They can dump on you. But the truth is, if you say the truth back, the narcissist uses it as a sword to cut your relationship right in half. So you have to be so careful about what you're doing, right? And let's see, if we are thinking about this length and working towards getting the next steps, we have to be really clear about building trust with them. It's not as simple as, okay, we're off the bad list and we are allowed to see them now. How will you trust that this is not going to happen again tomorrow? How would you trust that if you blinked at them wrong, that it's not going to go downhill from there? Things have to be said, things have to be spoken, boundaries have to be set. Narcissists don't like boundaries. They call them rules. It's a rule that you're saying. No, it's a boundary. Don't attack me. Don't belittle me. Don't treat me like this. I'm not doing it to you. Yet again, one comment or one thing that you said or you reacted to what they did, and boom, you're off the table forever. But they can beat the hell out of you every single day, and you have to take it. That's where a lot of parents decide they don't want to play the game. And it's okay and safe. I'll do another video about sort of making that choice because it's the hardest decision any parent's ever had to make. But it comes down to self-love. How much of this like attacks and horrible behavior, lies are you going to take? It's not because you bought your kid a new house or apartment or furnished their house or sent them to college. It's not about what you've done. It's about what they perceive you're going to do and what they lie about what you did and make up the things that they're going to keep your kid away from, right? So start by self-work as a parent, no matter if it's been a short time or a long time. You need to get emotionally regulated, right? You need therapy to understand the cycle of grief. If you're ruminating all the time and you're angry one day and sad and can't get out of bed the next day, these are signs that you are deeply affected emotionally for it. So get some help. And then learn to manage your expectations, right? Allow them space. It may be months before they answer, and you could still be sending little pings if you haven't been forbidden and just being like, hey, thinking of you, miss you, but don't expect an answer. Because when you expect an answer, you get disappointed, and that is part of the game. That's what they want you to do. So if you do something and you reach out, I call them little pings, just do it and be prepared that there may not be an answer, but that doesn't mean it's forever. Don't let your brain go there. Don't write the end of the chapter. I've witnessed so many reconciliations in my work, and I never want to believe that the door is permanently closed because I've had people with the 10-year estrangements and boop, they came back, right? Imagine living 10 years without your child. I know if you're watching this, that's your greatest fear, but many estrangements end in a sooner time window. So hold on to that. And if you are struggling with estranged by narcissist and an in-law, then I suggest that you get my new book, Estranged by Lies: How Narcissistic Partners Use Power and Control to Destroy Your Family. This is happening to you. You are not alone. Again, 26 out 27% of the population is going through this, and you may feel all alone, but you are not alone. So get some help. Join my support groups. Go to my website, narcissistabusesupport.com. Read my blogs. I put out 2 blogs a week. There's hundreds of blogs that can cover all of your questions. Get the answers. If you really need more help, sign up for some coaching with me and let's talk about your specific situation, what you're going through, what you've done, and what you need to do. This is Tracy Malone. Thank you so much for listening today. I look forward to seeing you again soon and I hope this helped. Thank you.